Okie dokie. Well, and seeing how Brano is here, I believe there was a message that I missed. About playing some Replicat for a little bit. Yeah, for 5 minutes when I'm available, which took quite a while, but now I am in fact available. Oh, you got the problem fixed. Okay. I was gonna say I'm now updating both Replicat and the Replicat beta. Well then, okay. I've again learned the lesson that if you just ignore the problem, it'll go away. It's not a good lesson to learn, but have relearned the lesson again. It wasn't like super hot at work today, but boy, is it hot now that I've gotten back. Turn-based Thursday Fest. Yeah, I saw some neat stuff on sale in here. What you're saying? Should I? It's just one of those scroll until I find Replicat in here. I mean, these are all games that are out and currently being sold. Oh, I guess now featured upcoming. Forge of the Fae. Oh, yeah, okay. Some of these, the showcase. Was it Media Indie Exchange? It might have been the mix. Or is it? No, that's coming up this Tuesday, right? What was this? There was a showcase I just watched recently that had a bunch of turn-based games. Oh, the Thinky Games. Thinky Games had a showcase. Replicat is under cute, wholesome, and promising unknown. Neat. As in, like, it surfaces that for you on your end. To say, hey, this is the stuff that has been attached to it. Do I have this on my wish list? I do love a bold black outline, so the category is did that way. Okay. Oh, they didn't put it under genre breakers? Well, is something like Inkshade looks so cool to me. Okay, now I'm just looking trolling through games again. Pairs and Perils is under that one. Okay, and that was related. That was adjacent. If not. Was it full on memory or was it? Yeah, okay, it is memory matching. Yeah, okay, so I guess if this is under the, yeah, I could see why it'd be a little confusing if this one ended up under, well, because how many tags can it have? If you have cute and wholesome and promising unknown, then maybe those are the tags, so. Oh, spoke with the publisher, who says that you also should have been put there as well. Like, how many people actually look under, like, those specific tags? I wonder. Oh, yeah, okay, and this is not on Steam. This is on my web version. There we go. There's turn-based Thursday Fest. Okay. Genre breakers is what an audience would like for a game like yours. Yeah, okay. Would you look at that? Union of Gnomes. I wonder why that's on my recommended here. Okay, yeah, now that I'm actually in my Steam wish list, It's like, oh look, a wish list, wish list, wish list, wish list. Just gonna slowly wish list all of Steam. Okay, each of these has at least one wish list. This has a different UI, but reminds me a lot of Gem Wizard Tactics. I don't know if this has that kind of like bumping tactics, but huh, looks neat. Again, on the wish list to then wait until it's like $2 and then pick it up and never play it. That's just not a good way to look at games, is it? Okay, but I guess oh wait, speaking, wait, duh. This is very much an opportunity to say wishlist replicate. Festival page looks clean. Okay. There we go. Yeah, and unfortunately this is going to be a short week of streams, because I got family coming in, so... What do I have in the... possibly machine learning playtime recommender filter? I have absolutely no clue. I have no clue what that is or how to find it, or... I'm assuming under the store. Bottom of the page, the filterable wish list. For playtime recommender? Oh, the festival page. Okay, so not the store page. Okay, the festival page. Yeah, see, bottom of the page, I assume these kind of just keep scrolling. Filter for the kind of games you love. ML Playtime Recommender. Raise games by per person recommendations based on playtime behavior and people like them. Falls back to popular based on sales rank if not logged in. Okay, I am logged in though, but yeah, I haven't played Monster Train. And I did play Slay the Spire, so it's like I think I would like, but I haven't tried it. Some Dankest Dungeon 2. Yeah, Inscription's up there as one of those like ones I want to play. These seem to be a lot of like AAA, AA kind of stuff. I mean, if this is supposed to be like a... I guess I play a lot of AAA games, which I don't think that's accurate, but... Yeah, I saw this just came out today. Possibly because of this turn-based Thursday thing. Sure. Oh, I ruined the data with Night Rain. Yeah, probably. I did get some 10 hours into Night Rain over the weekend. Yeah, there, 10 hours. So not a ton, but I did play it a bit. Okay, wanted to actually get some game development done. It's been a week, so yeah, prioritizing released games, that would make sense. Because I wanted to get the input stuff fixed. So I'm like, well, if family's coming and I want to show off the thing that I made, it needs to be functioning. Because I think it's just full on broken now. Because I tried to add the new input system, which does not do stuff like on mouse over and on mouse down and stuff. So I think I can mess with the buttons, but I can't actually. Let's go fail some game dev. Hey now. Oh, that is what's going to happen, but well, we're gonna go into it with the mindset that yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Is that I can't actually click on any of these. Okay, wait, but this is saying I can actually place items, because I thought I was having a hard time placing items too. At least in the Android build. Well, a null in here probably doesn't help. Oh, I didn't even, this doesn't have a, oh, 17K followers. No, okay, this is actually probably in the, it will be, well, okay, I guess that's, because I was listening back to the, yeah, I did actually separate out the audio tracks.
Drink a beer, have an orgasm, read a book.
Let's go back to exporting.
Play some board games, love, hit a smoke. Hate yourself or whatever. If it helps, it gets better, it gets better. Disappear, 8 hours a day spent on wondering why you're here. A look of dismay creeping at you from the mirror. Hate yourself or whatever. If it helps, it gets better, it gets better. Cause it has to. I say that it gets better cause it has to, it has to. Yeah, it has to. I say that it gets better cause it has to, it has to. It has to. If it don't, I might end up at the end of a slow down a minute. I'm broken, diminished again. Lost myself, watching melt, watching weekend. I'm thinking that we can start it over again. What do you want from me? Watching the clock as it talks to me. I know it's mocking me. Sent through my fingertips, falling the beach, and I'm picking up pieces of someone I wanna be. And I'm following the idea that it gets better. Cause it has to. I say that it gets better cause it has to, it has to. Yeah, it has to. I say that it gets better.
Pause the music to be able to hear the stream though, right? Stream though, right? Stream though, right? And then it's like gonna stream though, right? And then it's like gonna stream though, right? And then it's like gonna stream. And then it's like gonna stream. And then it's like gonna stream. Oh, and then now the music is paused. Okay, so if we turn on the music again.
It has to, it has to. Lose yourself. Lose yourself.
Well, it's because it's positive. I think it's hard to listen to this. Well, it's because it's positive. I think it's hard to listen to this. Well, it's because it's positive. I think it's hard to listen to this. Well, it's because it's positive. I think it's hard to. Okay, now it's just gonna be looping audio and stuff too. Great. This is why I don't touch the actually watch the stream while I'm doing the thing. Oh, wait a second. Aha. I did add this thing here. That's what it is. I added an extra SoundCloud thing here, which is probably doing extra audio. I was trying to mess with separating audio tracks and stuff. So let's try that and see if that's better. Oh, and that's why, because I pulled it up on here as opposed to the other. So is that better? Hopefully that's better. Perfect. Okay, cool. Well, yeah. It's because like I said, I was messing with separating out the music tracks so that I'm not exporting the music tracks. Okay. Well, immediately had to fulfill the promise of failed dev. It's not really dev though, but see, I think the vibes of this are absolutely immaculate. Which makes me think I should just be playing Inscription. And yet I have not played Inscription. This is also making me think I should play the Room games. Just because they have a lot of that. Like, here's a little puzzle box kind of vibe. Like that metal and wood. Okay. I am looking for any instance where it is doing the on mouse over, which is like on the bumper here has this on mouse over, and then I don't know that there was an easy way to redo this in the so okay, Unity, new input system, yeah. Just me trying to figure out the which it is odd, because I think this is what somebody was saying, is that like the fact that it doesn't support on mouse over in the new system is like, well, I know they do a lot of like, okay, here's deprecated stuff, and here's, well, it's supporting the old thing. Okay, because I don't actually know too much about the new input system. But I did figure out at least the basics of like clicking a button. But it was a matter of the mousing over an object did not appear to be a thing. Okay, so the answer here is saying one of many ways to do this. Whatever input action performed, do the thing if hovering. Yeah, okay, so subscribe to an event and then do the thing when you actually do the... Well, it's whatever input action dot performed. Oh, as in there's a... Shoot. Yeah, I was really liking the most recent song from this band, but I'm also like, I forgot the rest of their stuff is absolutely incredible too. Okay, so this is kind of just you get like actual code here. Does it really not go back to the search? It doesn't. Okay. Oh, because I did the... Okay, so then the Unity new input system mouse position, not mouse position, the new input system mouse over. Do you have a version of that? Because I don't know entirely what I'm looking for with the... So here's a version of alternate methods. Yeah, it's just one of those kind of annoying, boring things where I'm just watching videos. Just where I'm like, I like reading an article instead. Using a mouse delta. Guess this is only 5 minutes here. Oh, I'm getting a call. I will be back, hopefully.
Keep on hanging on you, stuck with no action to prove. Like, do you notice I'm there? My lips are sealed cause it's clear. There's no use in trying, pull me backwards again. This road is complicated. I question if I'll make it, Lord. We hope it's in store, it's something way more than I could've dreamed of. No need to deep it, I'm sure there's better for me somewhere. When I find it, promise I'm gonna leave these covers to it's right outside, drying up my eyes. And if it feels right, maybe I'll stay. Don't wanna play games, don't wanna play. Spinning my hair round, cutting your haze, I'm out of my way. And if it feels right, maybe I'll stay. Don't wanna play games, don't wanna play. Spinning my hair round, cutting your haze, I'm out of my way. You love me no matter where we go. I'll say this ain't a choice that comes easily. Like how you float when you're next to me, and I can pull from your energy. Forget the world when you're next to me. Yeah, you love me so easily. In your arms is where I wanna be. The only future that I can see. Forget the world. 'Cause I've been thinking about you late nights in the summer. Girl, you so smooth, where you saw, where you wanna. Had to take 2 looks, girl, please don't judge. I've been thinking about you, been thinking about you. I've been seeing so much light in your eyes, think I love ya. It ain't no price, we can do what you wanna. It ain't no life without you in the summer. I've been thinking about you, been thinking about you. Walk to me closer, baby. I hope that you know this is me when I call you late at night to tell you what's on my mind. On my wise and Authenticity shouldn't in your disguise. I've been so searching, living with closed curtains. I get nervous, falling with no purpose. Would you grab my hand tonight? Stop me from this endless ride. I can see it in your eyes and your emotions. See you leaning side to side. I get involved in. I always feel like Venus found you. No question, darling, you the main thing. Telling on my family, my everything and more. Right, you open the door, help me down like number 4. I'm so close, there's no way when I'm with you. Got me up every day just to meet you. You're the reason I'm not scared of trying. Me and you look like more than a moment.
I've been thinking about having you right next to me. Say the word, I'd move my life around so easily. It's hard to breathe, thinking about the way that things could never be. Want a remedy that don't take me right back to where I started. No fear of heights, but I can hear the columns scrambling for a surface I can use to try to break my fall. And I know that if I say what I've been going through, no turning back, let's rendezvous. Cause lately I've been thinking about you.
Late nights in the summer. Girl, you so smooth, where you saw, where you wanna. Had to take 2 looks, girl, please don't judge her. I've been thinking about you, and thinking about you. I've been seeing so much light in your eyes, think I love ya. It ain't no price, we can do what you wanna. It ain't no life without you in the summer. I've been thinking about you, and thinking about you. I've been thinking about you, late nights in the summer. You so smooth, where you saw, where you wanna. Had to take 2 looks, girl, please don't judge her. Thinking about you, I've been thinking about you. Seeing how much light in your eyes, think I love ya. It ain't no price, we can do what you wanna. Life without you in the summer. Thinking about you, thinking about you. Your paper cuts down the hole in my heart. You pump toxins in my veins. Evokes the time when my conscience was dark. Your love's infecting my brain. I need escape. I feel down and under. Love's infecting my brain. Like it's poison. Yeah, weakens me. I can't think in peace with this noise. I've seen some things that seem pointless, but between you and me, I get used to these subtle moves we enjoying. Like try to stop thinking too much. I wish I see you enough, but I don't cause I can't. Now might not change, but I know that it can. And I know that it's tough how you understand. I'ma just get what I can. I'ma just stick to the plan. If you with me, I'm with it. I'm never gonna stop, we gon' get it.
Okay, I'm back. This is, I think the streaming is not gonna happen much this week, as much as I'm gonna try, but we'll see. Which is a bit of a bummer, because I know they also have the events, the Summer Games Fest and stuff. Okay, now, maximum boring. Let's watch a tutorial on how to do the new input system.
How to achieve the effect of old mouse enter method in the new input system. For example, when you hover the mouse over a game object, the game object's color will change. We know that the new input system of Unity doesn't support the mouse behavior method, which has been mentioned in the official document, but we still can find a way to achieve the same results using the new input system. So let me show you. This is the empty project using 2020.3 Unity version. Quickly download the input system. During the installation, it will ask if you want to disable the old input manager. Click yes, and Unity will restart automatically once and be ready for use. Now if you go to File, Building Settings, Player Settings, you will see the input system is installed now, and meanwhile the input manager is disabled. In the input system, you can click to create the input settings. It will generate a new file, which includes some parameters. It's not important in our case.
Okay, I do in fact have a input system file, right? And then I immediately forgot where that was at. Project settings? It's one of the two. And then input system package. Yeah, okay, I do have in fact some kind of input system package. Okay.
Without it, it still works. Now go to the main camera. We add a component called physics recaster. And then let's create a game object, for example, a 3D cube. Then we create a C# script named mouse over and attach it to the cube game object. Because we need to use the event system, so we add it to the scene. It is in the UI category. If there is already an event system in the scene, which typically was added automatically if you have used any UI game objects, then you don't need to add event system manually. Now in the event system, we click the button named Replace with Input System UI Input Module, so we let Unity know that we want to use a new input system. Now
Oh, is this using the new input system? Or the old one? This appears to be using the... I would assume that's the newer one. This is an old tutorial. So I don't know if this is super duper helpful, but...
you don't need to add event system manually. Now in the event system, we click the button named Replace with Input System UI Input Module, so we let Unity know that we want to use a new input system. Now let's work on coding. First, add event systems in namespace.
Okay, and this is to do UI mouse over.
Hello, so in today's video, I'm going
It was also physics. This 3 years ago again as well, so... Yeah, because I was also thinking I should show off what my grand plan is for the, Actually, no, I posted it on... Yeah, I posted it on social media. I actually posted something on the socials. But yeah, I was doing a lot of really boring stuff at work. So I was doodling for quite a while, and, oh, it doesn't look nearly as good on Instagram. Does Blue Sky blow it up? Yeah, there we go. There was my attempt. And it's cropped funky because the bottom of the thing is a bunch of doodles. Oh, another phone call. I'll be back. Yeah. Okay, dokie. Gamer, I was thinking about buying, it got a demo 2 days ago. Tried it, the demo and decided to buy it. But I'll wait for the Steam sale, because I'm cheap. The game's called Archeon, if you're interested. I mean, I love checking out other stuff. Okay, I will keep this train of thought going here, and then switch over to showing off the vague idea of what this game is going to be, and then... Oh, I was just assuming Steam. Gather resources, craft components, build vehicles, and code their logic in physics-driven engineering sandbox and full-scale space sim. Wow, for the concept here, if the full-scale physics sandbox works, this feels like something that a lot of people would have an absolute blast with, but... Yeah, it is kind of boxy. I don't know if... This seems like a very Steam kind of game. This is the kind of game that I think Steam would like a lot. Yeah, if you could just code Space Invaders inside of the game. So 100 and something reviews seems kind of low to me. Seems like big questions to be asking in a quick little trailer like this. Why does the music sound like just slightly off? Oh, this looks really neat. Entirely not my kind of thing, but the world does look kind of empty though. Oh, procedurally generated world, which is much as a super shiny Cybertruck. Yeah, okay. It doesn't look like there's too much to do with the vehicles once you have them. Okay. Not gonna watch the whole thing. Like I said, looks neat. Doesn't entirely look like my kind of thing. Oh, and it's an early access. Yeah, okay. Okay. But yeah, this was the vague like Steam capsule idea. And then the because I do want to head in the kind of like roguelike direction. So in this case, the roguelike loop being you select some kind of goal with the flag, and then you have the balls that bounce around the machine with some kind of number or color on them to then fit whatever these goals are. So yeah, it was one of those things of like I kind of wanted it to be, you know, have a bunch of the. I don't know if it was too chaotic or not, but yeah, it has a golf hole and a pinball bumper and a bowling pin. I was trying to just go off all the different like inspirations and stuff. The bowling pin might be a bit much, but even the bumper and the flag might be. I don't know, but it's not like you're able. It's not like you're supposed to fully be able to know exactly how to play the game. Just be interested in it. Well, and it would probably help if this had like, you know, like a 6. Like had a picture of the ball that says, okay, put the ball in the hole. Would make a little more sense. But yeah, the bowling pin idea was kind of a, instead of doing something like coins, I thought a bowling pin might be neat, but. Typed insane in stream, referring to the song Insane in the Membrane, and the message got auto-modded because of ableism. That sounds like it's being a little touchy if you can't put a reference to Insane in the Membrane, but I also don't know if that's... now that I'm thinking about it, I don't entirely know what that means, so it might be... it's one of those, like, maybe I should see if that actually... I don't actually know what... What does the phrase actually mean? Yeah, so insane in the brain. That's what I was kind of assuming. You can't say crazy either? That's crazy. See, that kind of, like, I don't think of crazy as in, like, a... I don't know, maybe that is also ableist. To me, it seems a little touchy, but... I don't know. I think it depends on, like who you're saying it to and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, because that was in a philosophy tube video, I want to say, something like that, where it's like, you know, this person is acting crazy, and then somebody who had actual, like, mental health issues was saying, like, yeah, maybe choose some different wording or something. So I don't know. I don't know where the terms insane and crazy are at, but it seems odd. Yeah, I don't know what good replacements you would have for those. I guess odd works. Okay. So. Well, good to know at first blush this is maybe a little too confusing. Because it's one of those, like, I did want it to conjure up a lot of different ideas, but if it's conjuring up too many ideas, that's maybe not great. I don't know, maybe it's something looking like shapes. Because, like, it's... Yeah, it's because, like, this looks chaotic and stuff. It's not like you're supposed to know exactly what that is. How about, what's that odd something or other that just came out? Yeah, chaotic but coherent. Well, it might be partially just coherent because you can't actually make out what any of that is, really. In my image, you can't actually see, like, oh, there's a bowling pin and whatever else in the image, so... Not that I really need to be... Well, I don't know. It's... Maybe it's sometimes a good thing to have, like, marketing first. Sort of design and stuff. There can be mentally challenged people out there that would feel uncomfortable whenever I say crazy, but that doesn't prove anything. If there are a good amount of people who are not feeling uncomfortable about it, maybe it's not on our end to solve some things. Yeah, as a non-native English speaker, it wouldn't be as easy to just drop and replace words like that. Well, I know that something like, you know, like she, her, he, him, and they, them is like there's languages where they, them doesn't exist. So it's a little harder to replace. I don't know. It's like, because I know this has some factory elements to it. Oh, shoot, I know Steam added a thing that, just call everyone it. Well, and I know I was actually like, when I was discussing with friends recently, you know, somebody said, hey, does anybody really know what gender they are? And then another friend said, yes. Yes, I do. So, yeah, I think there are... I think the labels are helpful sometimes, and I think they're not as helpful sometimes. And that line is ever moving, I think. Shoot, there's a way to do the like actually see the marketing material over just the tiny like capsule image here. Oh, no issues in Turkish where we don't have a he, she, only it, they. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it works out. It works out in that case. I think French is a very gendered language, if my understanding is correct. And I feel like there was a fair amount of that in Spanish. Like lots of items had like masculine and feminine. Gonna write a letter to Trump about it. About pronouns. Well, are you talking a progressive idea or a regressive idea? I think if it's a regressive idea, Trump would be down for it. But I think if it's progressive in any way, shape, or form, then not so much. Okay, I wasn't really looking at fixing the Steam capsule thing here. But... okay, I wanted to try to fix the system here, but... yeah, make the game first. Well, like I said, some amount of marketing first ideas. It's not bad. That's what mobile games do. They give you a trailer first, but if it's there, if the bowling pins are there to make it look more chaotic without being a part of the game, it just looks clickbaity. Yeah, yeah. Oh, does Dead Pics do a lot? Plonk. Well, shoot, dude. They very much made a capsule that looks very much like what I drew. Even here's a just instead of plunk, it's plonk, and it's got all sorts of chaos happening on screen. I'll just buy this. I'll just call the game plonk and buy this. A simple whimsical capsule for a Balacho type game about bouncing balls. Yeah, that is the direction I was headed. Look, there's the capsule. It's all good. I found it. I'm like, wait, so these are... Hexagon is a real capsule, though. This is not actually... It's flippin' wild. Maybe my idea is not all that unique. They're real? Okay. Well, shoot, dude. This was kind of the direction I wanted to head, was a... it's Block on the SNES. That's it, Biggie John. I know Biggie John was the game that... it's just because Hexagon I know is real. And I feel like Food Truck Simulator is... Yeah, so that one says... Yeah, client wanted some art there. Logo plus a set of capsules. Rentalord? I feel like I saw a thing for that recently. Wait, okay, these all look real. See, but this doesn't say... is this like not out on Steam yet, or... Like, see, this doesn't look as real to me. Like, this doesn't seem like it's actually a thing. Oh, well, okay, I lied. It exists, and it's not out yet. It's coming soon. Okay, well then... No Blanc? That's wild that is already, like... Temptic is inspired after the Jiggle Jam game and making a Balatro Nubby-like pinball game now. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a space that feels ripe for more games. Are they on itch, maybe? And then I put it in the search bar as opposed to the... No? The Horny College? Maybe let's not click on the Horny College. Can't find Plonk, but maybe it's still being worked on. Well, because now it's like, well, who's working on it? Because that's kind of the direction I wanted to head, was a whimsical capsule for a electrolyte game about bouncing balls. And I was going to call it Plonk, but... Probably the game is up there somewhere with another name. Yeah, and they're in the process of renaming it. Yeah, it doesn't say who any of the... It just says the client asked for a logo. Okay, see, like, this doesn't say a client asked for this. But then, like, Rentlord here. I guess this doesn't mention a client asked for it, but it said most challenging capsules so far. I don't know, some of these seem like they're not real. Because when the text... Because it also said the text is because some of these... The text is here purely because SEO made us. So... Well, I know Rentlord is real. I've seen Rentlord. Cats and cups. Yeah, but why can't I find the one that I'm looking for? Cats and cups on Steam. Okay, maybe I just need to scroll down more. Blanc game. It also didn't show up when I looked at Steam specifically. I'm only getting picky about it because this is like literally the thing I wanted to make. Oh, Cats and Cups are from the publisher that you mentioned earlier, which was the, I guess, Rogue Duck Interactive. Okay, well now it feels like I should just pull up all of these. So Super Stream Bara, it does exist. I already found that one. Plonk, the one that I want, because it's... then realize I don't actually have any unique ideas at all whatsoever. Compress Space does exist. Okay. Hexagod I know exists. Cats and Cups we already saw. Whistle Pig. If you insist. Okay. Game. Capsule search goes wild. Wonderful, thanks. Stream. Yeah, okay, there's Whistle Pig with the capsule and stuff. Oh, it's pointing at the demo because the demo's the only thing that's out there. Yeah, okay, Xeno Purge also exists. Well, shoot, dude! Literally all of these exist, but the one that I actually want to see is the one that can't be found. Okay, Momenta seems a little less like a... There we go. Yeah, that mentioned client. Is it the Steam DB one? Seems a bit odd. It's just like not... Okay, that is the capsule for it. Store? Weird. It seems to be somewhat available. It's just weird that it went to like a Steam DB before it went to the actual thing. Make the game and finish it before Plonk. Well, and it does look slightly different. Because I was going in more of a direction of having numbers on the balls instead of here's a whole bunch of different balls. But now I'm like, okay, is there any... I'm like, this is not gonna. I'm not gonna be able to get in contact with any of the clients that they've worked with or anything. It's just. I mean, but this seems cool, and the fact that they have a. Yeah, the fact that they have a capsule. That's close to what I'm doing anyway. Dang it. Literally everything else. So these are all games that exist. But this is the one that can't be found. The one that I want to find. Noble Knight Games? But that's a board game publisher, right? Block it. This looks like it's inspired off of something. Okay, see that's an Undertale lettering there too. I'm like, wait a second. Is this just a straight up knockoff? Is that... It's upside down Balatro. "5 days for the Godot Wild Jam. Designed the rules myself and then mirrored the look of Balatro." I guess it's sort of a reflection, if you want to say that. Odd. Yeah, check out Balatro if you haven't. Okay, see it's good that they say, okay, it's literally Balatro, and they point back at it. Okay, wait, you play as Jimbo against the opponent's deck. Okay, now you got me curious as to, like, wait, what? What is upside down Balatro exactly? Oh, that's encouraging. Destroy all for however much health. So what am I doing exactly? Drag here to destroy a card. Okay, wait, let me let me read that again. Defeat the entire enemy deck with your before your health rate reaches 0. You play as Jimbo against the opponent's deck. You draw 8 cards while the enemy draws 5. Draw cards of the same suit from your hand onto the enemy cards to attack. You attack with the value of your used card. Jack's 11. Okay. The enemy defends with the value of their card. If the enemy's health drops to 0, it turns into a mirror card. What's a mirror card exactly? When the enemy attacks, the last mirror card with the same suit from the last row, sort of left or right, will engage in battle. The mirror card reflects its value as damage and decreases the enemy's card value by that amount. Sleep is kidnapping. No, that's good. You did, like, you've distracted me enough. But also, no, this is cool stuff. I do like checking out other cool projects and things. But yeah, no, yeah, please sleep. I know that's a very good, healthy thing to do. So, okay, so it said the suit. I'm still confused. So you, to you. Okay, Ace was not. Okay, so then you and you. Okay, yeah, I can see why they said a sensitivity warning there. That was a little painful. So you and you. Why so much flashing? It doesn't seem super necessary. Is this taking the interesting bits of Balatro and just making it like a... So now what do I do with these? Okay, I guess end the round. I guess I took a lot of damage there. Well, there's one of those I did not... Do I draw some more cards? Because it'd be kind of nice if I could draw some more cards. And that does eat my entire king, doesn't it? And then an ace is just one. An ace is nothing. Not a whole bunch of something. I'm missing the mechanic here. Oh, I just needed to click on that to draw cards. I thought it would be an automatic thing. Okay. So, good to know that I am just dumb. So that's kind of perfect, because then I don't end up with... Well, I guess a mirror card protects me. But this really just feels like I'm rolling to get higher number cards. If I'm understanding that. So maybe don't roll it, just end. Oh, I didn't get any of that. Okay. Okay, well I have a lot of diamond protection. So the 8 I can not worry about. But the spades I need to worry about. But then I also lose health when I destroy all these. Yeah, okay, the spades are a little bit of a pain. There we go, that gets rid of some spades. Oh, and then I can just get rid of that. Odd. It's a very odd game. It's a very interesting game. Very odd game here. Okay, but it's... But this has the war thing of, like, as long as you just have enough big number, you have the win. Yay, it mathed out okay. Oh, that still went through? Dang. So what's their health? Or do I just have to get through their deck? Oh, it seems like that doesn't loop, does it? Do I have any? Oh, it's just spades and diamonds. I have tons of spades and diamonds to protect myself from whatever this... okay, spades I can do, but not clubs. I don't have any clubs. Oh, it's a cat face on there. Why is there a cat face? Also, I can't draw because I have to get rid of these. Now can I draw? Well, then I'll just trash my health to be able to redraw. Oh, and then I don't have any clubs, right? Okay, spades I can tank, and diamonds I can tank. I can't tank hearts like that, though. It's just not gonna work out. Yeah, and clubs I can't tank. Huh. Well, there's some hearts. I guess I do have some. We'll just end it and use that. I don't know, this feels like a reflection much either, but... And then clubs. Are the one thing that I can't get hit with. Excuse me. 12? I lose 12 HP if I do that. But this, I guess I just lose 3? And then, do I have spades? I do have plenty of spades. And then I don't have any clubs. I have no clubs. This just does not... I meant to do that, not end the round. Whoops. Did I have enough clubs? Oh, I had enough clubs. Maybe. I might have been able to make that. Okay, I'm good. Huh. Neat. Interesting. Okay, this can go back in this pile. And then these can go away. Okay, no, I was kind of curious about what that was. Yeah, it's just going to be a couple weeks if not actually making any progress on anything. Dadgummit. So, some GeoGuessr stuff, I guess? Yeah, okay, a Noble Knight Games was in fact a board game publisher. And then what is this exactly? Something about kangaroos? Something about kangaroos. Okay, let's follow this. And it's been over an hour. I'm gonna sit. Okay, so let's just do these. This is like what my weekend was too. I'm like, I can get rid of some of these emails, right? Then the entire weekend is gone. I'm like, but hey, I wanted to do something other than just like try to catch up on stuff. Thank you for the hydrate. Do I want cats and cups? I like cats. I don't love cats. And this looks like coffee. Is it the kind of cups they're talking about? Cups of coffee. Let's run a cat cafe. I'm good. Blocks and Trains was only somewhat related. This looks like it's kind of mixing art styles in a way that I'm not fond of. Always a good idea. Okay, I like the diorama look on that, but... And this is just a streaming capybara game? It is. You play as a streamer. Watch the... Yeah, how does this play exactly? For Super Stream Bara? Super Stream Bara? Play with in-game Cappy chat. Wild? Play like actual friends? I guess actual friends? Huh. The platformer elements with like, okay, it's actually also like a streamer game. Huh. Frame of Mind. It's a short and confusing puzzle game that took half an hour to get through. It's making me think of a few different, like, picture puzzle sort of. Oh, this is very much my kind of thing, though. This looks like atmospheric black and white first-person puzzle thing. That's also kind of short. That's fine by me. Oh, let's. So we go here and we say frame of mind, and then maybe not download it, but wishlist it and forget its existence entirely. Or I guess add it to the, yeah, add to library. I mean, it is only half an hour. Okay, but I'm not doing an entire half an hour game right now. That can go away. I don't need that. This was just another thing with Blanc. I almost feel like I've seen this. It's like a rock, paper, shotgun, or like a... Yeah, okay, view all, and I've already followed them, so this seems very much like an article that I had read. I want to say on rock, paper, shotgun. Okay, and that was the Steam capsule nonsense. I'm not going to worry about it now. But no, that is not just a added... It's not just clickbait. I do want to add like some kind of, instead of having coins, do bowling pins that are where you get like extra points from. Which is why you could kind of see the faded like number there. I was kind of debating on whether I wanted to have numbers on there. But it's also kind of funny to me that you could see the multiple times where I moved the flag to try to get it to fit on the image there. Yeah, for just kind of doodling that while I was bored, I'm actually pretty happy with how that looks. Although, could be some improvements, but... Okay, this.
I'm going to be covering how we can use the on-mouse enter, on-mouse down, on-mouse exit functions that are available in the old input system, how we can get equivalent functionality in the new input system. So I've just got a simple scene set up here, and you can see that we've got our mouse, and as we go over a cube, it'll say old input system, on-mouse enter, on cube 2, which is this cube, and then it'll exit as we leave. It says old input system, on-mouse exit. And we can also do on-mouse down, which just makes the cubes do a little jump and a spin. So yeah, that's kind of the functionality in the old input system. To show that we can get the exact same functionality in the new input system, I'm just going to swap over to the new input system, and then we can get the same functionality. So we hover over new input system, on mouse enter called, on mouse exit, on mouse enter, on mouse exit. And again, we can do on mouse down and make them jump and spin as well. So how do we actually go about doing that? So first, let me just show you how we do it in the old input system. So you can see here that we've got private void on mouse enter, private void on mouse exit, and private void on mouse down. And then on enter, we're just printing our message. On exit, we're doing the same. And then on mouse down, we're just doing some do-tween jumps and spins. And the way this works is each of our cubes here, let me just close this down. So we've got our old input system, we have a cube here, and you see that we've got a collider on it, and you need a collider for this to work. So what's happening is, as we bring our mouse over, we're detecting that we're over a collider, and this collider has the on-mouse functionality, and then we can make it do our thing. So if we go back and look at the new input code, there's a few different things we're going to need to do to get this set up. So this is our on-mouse new input system script, and you can see that we're using 3 interfaces here: iPointer enter handler, iPointer exit handler, and iPointer down handler. So now you can see that that's like a mouse enter, mouse exit, a mouse down, but it's an interface and it's iPointer. To access these interfaces, we need to be using the Unity Engine event systems. And then if I just put these out for now, once you add the event systems and then the interfaces, just like any interface, I'll make sure that your script is actually implementing these functions. So I can add the onPointer enter function, etc. Just make sure you've got them. So onPointer enter, it's from this interface, etc. You take in a pointer event data, just called event data, and then we can do our functionality just like we do in the...
Okay, it's pointer enter event. Yeah, okay, because I feel like I messed with it before. At least once. Yeah, I thought it was fairly easy to put together, so it's the pointers. So what was... And now, can I do music and then also not have it... Ow. Okay, and then hopefully that's not super loud. It's doubling. Oh, meaning I could probably bump that up a little bit, because I do keep it around like 35. Okay. So now, pointers. There we go. Use a Unity Engine.event systems. And then now there's an ad break right when I figure out something. Event systems. Okay, it's on pointer enter, on pointer exit, on pointer down. And I was using the on mouse over, so it's on. Well, okay, I was doing the on pressed. Oh, there we go. Pointer event data is input left. Okay, should I have finished the video? Maybe I should have finished the video. Let's see if he covers that kind of stuff, even if I can actually just look at the script and see
this interface, etc.
what he covers.
Event data, just called event data, and then we can do our functionality just like we do in the old input system. Now with on pointer down, we can actually get some information based on the pointer, in this case our mouse. So I can say that if the event data button that was pressed is equal to the left input button, then we can print that the left button was pressed. If we press any other button, it'll just say another button was pressed. But that's not all you need to get this working. So you need to make sure that over in Unity, first thing you need is on your camera, you need to make sure that you add a physics raycaster. If you just drop that on there and make sure that whatever you want to interact with is on one of the layers, just as you normally would when you're doing a raycast. So for example, these cubes are on the default layer.
Okay, well, let's double check that that's a thing that exists. Do I have a... I think I'm doing it in a script to do the physics raycaster, as opposed to doing the physics raycaster, whatever this is here. But okay. Let's not do me on me on me again.
And that's picked up by the physics raycaster, so that's fine. And you also need an event system. When you make the event system and you're using the new input system, it'll come up with an error, and it'll just have a button to fix the error. So like an automatic fix, just click that. You've got the event system, you've got the physics raycaster on the camera, and then it works just as normal. So we hit play, go to the new input system. So you can see the new input system on mouse enter, on mouse exit. If I right click, it'll do the functionality. But if I left click, it'll do the functionality and say left button was pressed. And that's because that we checked whether the button that we put down was the left button. So that was just a quick video to show how you can get the new input system set up and using those mouse events as you'd be used to in the old input system. I hope this video was useful. If you want to get the project files for this video, they are on my Patreon, which is linked in the description below. If this video was useful, it'd be great if you could hit that subscribe.
And I'm
In the
already...
meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, okay now.
When he's still doing stuff. Oh, and apparently I watched a little bit of a video and then hadn't seen it. So. If you ever consider updating Windsurf, the versions after 2 no longer allow rebinding the accept completion keybind and forces you to use tab. It's currently using version 2, so I can still use the keybinds that I want. I hope that not having any rebind was a mistake and will be fixed soon, but just as a warning if you consider updating. If I ever consider updating Windsurf, I don't even know what it is, so... Oh, Codium. Okay. I do know what Codium is. Yeah, and I did see that the GMTK jam said, hey, try not to use any kind of AI stuff, or rather, like, we won't accept it if it's using AI stuff. Oh, I guess here's the exact article that I was looking at. Oh, no, this is the... Oh, there was not a... Okay, but it was the GMTK game jam for 2025. I think was saying something about why, you butt. 2025, the upcoming one, not the old one. Yeah, there. Okay, I guess this says art and audio assets for your game. Oh, I thought it said something about don't use it for code or anything either, but I guess not. Okay. Now let's turn down the volume before I explode my ears again. Okay, there we go. Now I can do on pointer. So this is on pointer over. Or on pointer down, because both of these are just when you click it. You didn't want to do that, Unity? On pointer down, you didn't want to fill it in for me? No? Okay, well then take me back to, not that, take me back to this so that I can figure out the shit. Public void on pointer down, and then some other stuff. Really, you don't want to fill it in for me. I said the event systems. That'd be great if you would do that. You know? Okay. No. You understood it earlier. On pointer. There we go. Goodness me. Okay. So now we go and do this stuff. Except we switch that out with whatever this was. Event data dot button equals pointer event data dot button. Oh, and this might pick it up anyway. Event data dot button. Good, put button left. Yes. Wait. It was down, right? Yeah, it was pressed this frame. Okay, so... Okay, because the other one here is... specifically right button is pressed. So it's on pointer down. So I guess this is where I would actually want to do on pointer enter and do the same sort of thing. So now are you gonna do it? Now you do on pointer up. Okay, that's not what I wanted. On pointer over. Then we do this. Yes, if I wanted to copy what I had exactly, but I wanted to do that instead. Okay, so now... Is there anything else I needed to do for that, or was it literally just to add these? So it's just different words for the same thing, essentially. Hopefully. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Alt-enter on an empty line is like generate code and then overwriting members. Should open a list with the functions you can select them and it'll put the full method in there. Okay. Yeah, I think there was a mention that alt-enter is useful for more things than just the one fill-in, but... And this is just the bumper. So now hopefully the bumpers I can rotate. I can click on them and rotate them. Oh, I needed to... okay, remember that I have this too. Okay, so redo input system. And that is some kind of task. Programming task. And then... Shoot, I just had an idea. And that idea was... rotating. So then add... rotation. Screen rotation. There we go. And that's a programming task. Yeah, that's the other thing I was thinking about doing today, was doing some, essentially sprint planning. Do some actual, like, mapping of the, mouse clicked. Who's mouse clicked? Alt-enter is a Magic JetBrains IDE hotkey, as it does stuff depending on the context or where the text cursor is. Huh. You see, that's why I do projects in my own free time, because I don't learn stuff like this at work. I'm like, here's how to read a technical document. Here's how to look at electronic circuits. I'm like, well, it's not gonna help me for programming and game development. That's a bit much on the water there. Okay. So, when I click on this, you don't appear to be doing anything. So, this is not doing anything, but it's confirmed that it's not doing anything but doing that. Okay, debug, .log, rotated 2. So you do have it rotated. And I suppose I wasn't right-clicking it to see if that was doing anything. And this is the main camera, which should be hitting everything with this physics raycaster. So I guess let's just see if it's got that rotated 2. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Okay, bumper there. Set facing direction, mouse clicked. Oh, I guess it's when it makes a. Yes, it's just mouse click and what it hit. So you don't appear to be doing that. Oh, am I not subscribing to it at the start? Is that what I missed here? Did you mention that it was up? I don't recall. Oh, these. Mono behavior, eye pointer, enter handler, eye pointer, exit handler, eye pointer. The stuff at the beginning that he mentioned. I did skip a step. Okay, eye pointer event. Eye pointer. Okay, there we go. Eye pointer down the handler. There we go. Okay, and then eye pointer over. Okay, eye pointer. Wait, does that exist or no? Or wait, does it? On pointer down. Enter exit. You don't actually have that, do you? Maybe it's this, we'll see. I don't know if that's gonna be what I want to use or what I want to do. So on pointer over does not exist. So what do I use for an on pointer over then? Is that enter? But it's not enter, because I guess it's on pointer enter and say it's true versus exit say it's false. Is it on pointer click handler? No. On pointer move handler. What is eye pointer move? Okay, how about we just look up what that is? Because I'm like, I don't know exactly what that one would be. Pointer move handler immunity. If you wish to receive on pointer move callbacks. To detect pointer move events. I don't know what that means exactly, because I feel like that's not the mouse click. Okay, well, we'll just do on eye pointer enter handler, and then eye pointer exit handler. So, very much exactly what he had. Very much realizing that's exactly why he had what he had. Now, are you gonna do it? On pointer enter? No, you still... Okay, wait. Somebody smart just told me if I do alt enter, it'll magically do everything for me. Why do you have on pointer exit? You gave me the one that I... yeah, I do want to do that. It was just after I did the other one. There we go. Okay, so now on pointer enter is instead of this, and instead of that, it's just slap a bool here.
Boundaries are how you get to love yourself and them at the same time. So I've heard I still need to figure out some action these days. Feel like I've been getting out of touch with myself.
I don't know if that's the best variable name, but
I got nothing left I can lose. I'll share all my feelings with you.
maybe mouse over?
But now I know what I should do.
Mouse is over.
At least that's what I say, but in practice I've been sitting late in my act and I can't get away with
That also sounds kind of odd. Mouse over? I don't know. So, mouse up. Then we do a false version. And then we do a update. And here. And then we do a mouse over. And other stuff. Okay. For some reason, I was just wondering. I wonder if my dad would be disappointed in me. In my code abilities. Since he does do programming for a living. And is actually like a senior developer and stuff. But I mean, he does Java stuff, so he probably would know something like JetBrains better than I would. Archean is still a bit rougher on the edges, as you saw with the preemptive world and stuff, but interested because I'm interested, but because of it, and think it's crazy that they use a custom engine. Oh, and it made their own programming language that can be used to in game to program the things you build in game, and the things that are already there do work well. No, and like I said, that's why I was surprised it wasn't. It hadn't sold more. Because it looked like this is the kind of thing that Steve would like, and yeah, for only $20. But I do think the empty world hampers it a bit, and I didn't finish the trailer because it started getting into like, oh look, we made a cyber truck, and I think that's less interesting than like, you know, hey, what does it look like when this boat actually moves around? Yeah, I think this looks like one of those, like, that's a good investment kind of thing to buy it in, to buy it now, kind of. Because this looks cool and it looks impressive, but yeah, I think the filling in the world with more stuff to interact with. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of impressive, yeah. Oh, this is straight up the shots from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Okay. Not just cool space station stuff, but literally straight up. Here's 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Guess it wasn't in my head, and I'm all alone again now. No qualms, I know I did it to myself.
Okay, and they've been doing updates fairly frequently. The vehicles look impressive. The developers have absolutely zero idea how to handle non-US keyboards, and refuse to actually acknowledge that there is an issue with their code and blame user error, operating system error, driver error, hardware error. Yeah, if they made their own engine, I could see that being an issue. Well, that sucks. But we don't have RTX cards. Please make the game playable for us. Seems like they made a cool thing for themselves. And let's hope they expand it in the future for bringing in some more people. But okay, so now we try it. Okay, pipe. No, bumper rather. Bumper. Click it. Hey, there we go. Okay. Excuse me? Why'd you do it perfect the first time? And now you're like, nah. Let me be as touchy as heck. Now you want to be as touchy as heck. Why you do this? Why is this game been plagued with just so many problems when I feel like the core idea of a grid with balls bouncing around on it should be pretty heckin' simple. So I don't know what the reviewers did different. Well, good to know it's not everybody. Just that it's like more of a select group, so. It sounds like that. It sounds like, at least what that review that I read sounded like they were frustrated and that they tried a few different solutions that didn't work for them. And they just said, no, it's the developers. It's them are the problem. But yeah, I don't know enough about the game or the community or anything to know. Oh boy. It's not even 8 o'clock. I did go to bed a little late and wake up a little early. I didn't think it was that bad. I was like, it was 9:45 when I've been typically going to bed around, 9 something, 9:30. So 9:45 didn't feel that awfully bad. But apparently. Okay, so I fixed the bumpers. The next thing was pipe me. So technically I could just do the on pointer down handler because I'm just doing left click and right click. Sounds like a fun idea. Haven't seen 2001: A Space Odyssey. I would say Tisk. Well, I guess if you like sci-fi movies, it is a classic sci-fi movie. I think it's visually very impressive, which is why it's getting why they're remaking the trailer there. Yeah, it's one of those like a story I would probably need to rewatch because I remember it being a lot, but yeah, it's a cool movie, and there's reasons why it is referenced in all sorts of places. But yeah, it's like if you like sci-fi movies, I would highly recommend it. But well, and I guess it's also kind of the enjoyed Interstellar a lot. Then there's a good chance you would like 2001: A Space Odyssey. Pacing is a lot different though. 2001 is more of a blockbuster. 2001 is more, or Interstellar. Interstellar is a lot more blockbuster. 2001: A Space Odyssey is more. The pacing is slower. Yeah. Okay, what am I doing here? I pulled the wrong thing from this. I pulled the middle out. Instead, I wanted this. There we go. I wanted the if. Then I can pull this stuff into here. And then I don't have the right click version. Has she dropped anything new in a while? Because I do like Planet Girl a lot too. I really need to look up the rest of the band. I think I found Again and Again through Planet Girl. And I have not actually looked up the rest of the band members. Okay. So, do you not want to comment it out? It's just kind of using this. There we go. I just wasn't doing it fast enough. Too slow because too tired. Interstellar's a lot of fun too. It's one of those ones I would want to rewatch at some point. Yeah, it's funny that there's a few different We Gotta Rescue Matt Damon movies. Speaking of movies that I haven't seen, or speaking of movies that have not been seen, and in this case, Saving Private Ryan. I have not seen Saving Private Ryan. All I know is that it's about we gotta go save Matt Damon again. He got stuck somewhere. He got stuck in a war one time. He got stuck out in the middle of space a couple of times. That's silly. Okay, so that was that. Did you have... No. Did you have... No. Did you have... No. Camera controls. You do exist. I don't think I actually... So, okay, I pulled in the script, but I have not pulled the... I haven't made sure that they... So, do you have any... You shouldn't. Doesn't look like it. And then ball, I don't think I have any kind of clicking either. I'm gonna just keep thinking about that dumb damn blasted mother flippin' thing here. I'm like, who's making this? What are they? How? Why can't I find this? A Bellatra-style game about bouncing balls called Plonk, and here I am making a Bellatra-style game about bouncing balls called Plunk. I'm going to obsess over this until it's released somewhere. It's probably, yeah, this is probably some kind of code name for this. Okay, how about a Bellatra type of game about bouncing balls? Yeah, but if I do ball bouncing roguelike, that's not gonna do. Yeah, funny that Saving Matt Damon is almost a movie category. Well, is it? Yeah, because I know there's stuff like Sean Bean dies in every movie, and I think there's I think like on a per actor basis, there's some. Although I think it's John Hurt. Is it John Hurt or like, I don't know why you get it mixed up with John Hurt and William Hurt. Yeah, okay, John Hurt. I think he's the guy that has died the most in movies. As much as Sean Bean gets memed as the guy who dies in every movie, I think it is John Hurt has died in more movies, but that's also going off of what I think is old. Yeah, okay, so ball bouncing roguelike is not going to come up with it. It's the thing too, it's like... Oh, wait. Wife and I are making a ball bouncing roguelike. Yeah, I was gonna say, but it's gonna give me balling in there. Hey, this is that game that I was just looking at the other day. No, I don't remember it. There, pick a ball. Go Mecha Ball. Yeah, Go Mecha Ball. I need to play still. I think. Do I have it? Do I have it downloaded? I think I might even have it downloaded. No, I don't. It's still on my wish list. Yeah, I very much needed to, like, visually. There's some similarities for sure. Like, yeah, obviously. I guess this would kind of go under ball bouncing roguelike to some degree too. I feel like it did pretty well on social media, but it doesn't look like it like entirely set the world on fire review wise. Yeah, I should do a game research stream at some point. Just do a list of things that are related to the kind of idea that I want to go for and just kind of play those. Okay, so I get yeah, there's not a ton for yeah, okay, Peglin, Rack and Slay, Go Mecha Ball. Breaking Survivors doesn't seem. Yeah, Ballionaire. Boulder Smash. Bounce Castle. Hey, look, it's me! So I guess I did say Bumper Balls roguelike. Oh, Shadow Ball build. Okay. Yeah, bingle there a little bit. Well, this is definitely the right search term. Oh, it was, I think on Blue Sky? Somebody was doing a, Brick Breaker roguelike. Oh, and, I was double checking that this was the other thing that I needed for... Okay, but my phone, I don't think it was letting me place objects, which is not ideal. But this is, so now I got to figure out why it's not doing that. So pipe, yeah, we right click you, left click you. Oh yeah, I got rid of the bottom of the pipes. I should add that back at some point. Okay, and then we do a bumper. Why are you touchy? God. Why is everything gotta be so touchy? I need you to work. I just need you to work straight up, you dumb. Go ram it. Mother flipping balls. Nope. It's just check test. Mother, father, flipping. Ay, ay, ay. And then you do it. It's so satisfying when it does it, and it sucks so bad when it doesn't. And yet it's pretty consistent about not doing it. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so let's mess with the camera a little bit, maybe. The original recording where the Wilhelm scream was recorded in, not from the movie, but the original man eaten by alligator screams recording itself. Seems to be under the Creative Commons license. I did end up using a scream slowed down by 20% when you defeat the boss in 360 no shot. Not really noticeable if it's surprising well, but now you know the game has a Wilhelm scream. Yeah, if I could get through that boss fight, I think it's too long and a little too spinny. Yeah, I haven't used a Wilhelm scream. I just have my yay button. No, wait. There we go. Oh yeah, I gotta add a slash marker. That was one of those things that I noted that, because I do want it to be easier to edit, so that I actually might edit stuff. So I might actually send out some videos, so that I can actually be discovered a little bit. Okay, I put it down as just a... That's what it was. I saw a couple of images that were... Okay, now, mess with that after this. Okay, so the camera...
Not the move, and that ends the way it starts with you. And I wouldn't call it overthinking, 'cause I thought it
Oh, camera controls, I turned off.
Who would've thunk that
But
hello, nice to meet you. This how you threw your life away. I don't know when or where we made this change, but if we stay the same.
the immediate yawn.
Let's not forget it's here. I could collision course and nothing's gonna stop it. I don't like the way you think that this will end. Come to think I never had to deal with so much out of
Didn't I move over the defaults? I did. You're not showing up. Excuse me. Okay, 1:15. 1:15. 1.25. Alright, show them up as defaults, you goof. Put in the effort to add them. You would show up to be great. They're great. Yeah, I was just eating some cereal again today. Not some Frosted Flakes or anything, but I woke up late and then proceeded to read webcomics before doing my journal. So by the time I finally got around to leaving, it was like, I don't have any time to pack up a lunch, and I don't know what I would pack up anyway, so I just threw some cereal in my, threw cereal in a dish and left. Said, there's lunch. Okay, didn't actually make too bad of a lunch, but eating cereal with water instead of milk is just disappointing. It's doable, but it's disappointing. Probably should pack up a lunch here, but 2 a.m. and you're gonna get a more consistent sleep schedule? Yes, I should work on that too. And then be tempted to go play Elden Ring Night Rain. Yeah, okay, because friends are online and playing it right now anyway. Oh no, it's very tempting. But yeah. Goodbye. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Okay. I probably shouldn't mess with camera controls. I should probably test to see why it's not actually letting me place anything on the phone. Because this is letting me place things just fine. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Input mouse scroll delta Y. So input. Ah, wonderful. You are using the old system that I just started to figure out how to undo. Oh my goodness, and it's everywhere. Okay, I lied. We're not gonna mess with the camera controls. I'm gonna do a phone build. I lied. Not you, the other one. Just the camera controls. Okay. So give me a spawner with an actual spawn level that actually has some stuff on it. So give me like 5 of y'all and 5 of y'all. Let me just see what that looks like. Okay, so then Right click is not really going to work on the phone, but at any rate, I can click these. I can click that. Maybe we do this a little more dense. Which really means, yeah, actually, because the phone was kind of cutting it off. How much? I'm not messing with the camera just yet. How much was the? Yeah, it's funny that I'm like, let's get the controls working so I can show it off to my family, and my family's really not gonna care all that much. So actually, it looks like vertically fine, and then so width-wise, we'll do half that, and then we'll do just bump. Let's bump both of these up. Okay. Yeah, so this should give some amount of stuff to play with on the phone screen, I believe. So let me do a... Okay, but it wasn't letting me place anything. Oh yeah, I think that I wanted to add that stuff. Okay, mother... Gosh dang it, this makes me want to curse. It's just because it's easy to rhyme curse words. Okay, now what? Oh yeah, it's easy to use them as filler words too. Which keeps you on the beat a little better. Okay, so... Like, wait. Okay, so now what do I want to do though? I wanted to get it to... wait, this is maybe the build settings, or maybe it's something else, I don't really know. Okay, so there we go, I can actually let it auto rotate though. Okay, wait, hold on. Auto rotation, wait, so is it actually doing the auto rotation? Oh, I don't have that on my phone, do I? I need to actually let it rotate on my phone. On my life band. Gosh dang it, I love this band. Okay, let's see if I can do that though. There we go. Okay, wait though. Maybe I won't mess with the size of that mother flipping stuff though. Wow, that's really off. That's not what I want. That takes up way too much on horizontal. Takes up hardly any on the... Okay, so it did have the auto rotate on already. So that's... I can just mark that as done. So that's already there. And I sort of redid the input system. It's part of making the camera system. Okay, so wait, now let's see if that lets me tap the mother flipping screen though. Why the heck does it not let me wow, why does it not let me place anything though, bro? That's not really what I want. So it's in pipe mode. Bumper. Should be in bumper mode, and it should be letting me do the thing. Okay, why the heck is it doing this when I'm on this flipping thing and not that other thing? Okay, so then I do bumper, and that works just fine. I do pipe, and that does that just fine. Okay, what the heck is this? I don't really want to see that. Why? It's saying the hit that collider is nothing. Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense if it's a debug. Not really gonna worry about it. Okay, wait, what am I doing? Actually puts the things down. Let's go see if I can find how the heck I'm spawning things. Physics.raycast camera mouse.current position.rate value, which is apparently different than. It's not mouse. So input. It's not input either. Okay, gosh dang it, bro. What the heck? Why do I not know how to do anything? I know. So new input. Touch. When I get in, I have. Okay, how the heck do I get the primary touch is the... Oh my goodness, wow, that's so much like flipping stuff, bruh. Input system touchscreen. Yeah, this was a good idea. She's doing all this flipping stuff. Touch screen, current time. Controller player touch point performed. Okay, so wait, like, what the heck is that though? Can you just give me a basic thing though? That'd be great if I could figure out what the basic stuff is. I didn't really want to watch another flipping video. Just give me the thing where it just kind of says a basic tutorial. It's touch simulation. Enhanced touch. But I'm like, am I using input system.touchscreen? And then am I doing touchscreen.current dot? Okay, so gosh dang it, you are too much for me. Just this. Touch, it's equal to touchscreen.current.position.read value. Controller is a new test controller, so it's a few different ways you could do it. It doesn't tell me which one is the default, because I don't have anything different that I'm doing, so it's most likely just default. Gosh dang it, like what the flippin' heck. Okay, let's see if this is just a basic tutorial. I don't, okay, well. Okay, so I guess we just do touchscreen.current dot something or other. touchscreen. Dots. Prevent dots. Is pressed. Primary touch. Pressed, that is pressed. It seems to say that that's a thing. I don't know that I need the parentheses there, but we're gonna throw it on there anyway. It was pressed this frame and then is pressed. Wait, what? Oh, that's the delete the thing. That's if the item is the eraser, that'd be flipping great. Oh, it's wait, okay, pressed dot was pressed this frame. Aha, there we go. Okay, so then this is actually going to be with the thing that I was just using. Yeah, there we go. Now it's primary touch that is pressed. Okay, so that's how I was placing the things though, right? Hopefully. And then I can actually show the game on my phone, maybe. And then be disappointed that there's still bugs and it's confusing and okay, so now okay, I already tested that it spawns with a set of things. I could put it back to 32x32 because I figured out the auto rotation on my phone, and then it looks like, well, look what the holy heck that just really kind of flippin' exploded. I wanted to remember that I wanted to change the flippin' thing back. Then we're gonna go over here. Okay, so touchscreen. It's not anything at all. Oh wait, maybe it's just because there is no touchscreen. Okay, is this an alt enter thing again? Your input control layout? Your input control layout. Okay, wait, I don't think that it let me do this flippin' thing. If it's got a whole bunch of flippin' errors. I mean, it's gotta be that, because they just added it. Okay, so now... Dadgummit! Let's go watch a tutorial. Keep hoping that I can just look at the documentation and figure something out, but... It seems like it was related to something else here. Oh, I have seen this. And I may or may not have this wish listed. This is very, that one game in UFO 50. Which, that's kind of funny that they, or it's very much, oh, Dragon? No, Monster, it's not Monster Slayer or something like that. Okay, I already do have Bounce Castle on there. Shoot, Monster. Shoot, what is this game? Mobile. Monster. Puck? What's the flippin' game? Pokemon. It's not it, but it's the same kind of. What's the flippin' game? It's not Pucks. Pocket Monster. No. Monster Legends. No, what's the? It made like so much money. Monster Sanctuary. No. It's got monster in the title. It's 2 words. Monster something. Okay, mobile monster physics game. What's the second word? Okay, what the heck? You really flippin' suck, though. This is not what I wanted at all. It made a bunch of money. Excuse me. Monster. Take it down. Okay, popular. I don't know that it's still out, but... No, what's the flippin' thing? Okay, so this is... highest grossing monster mobile game. Monster Strike. There we go. Strike was the second word. Yeah, okay, so this is a version of Monster Strike, and this is a version of something else entirely. That's not related. This is a version of Monster Strike, and the other thing is a version of Monster Strike. Wherever that went. Bounce Castle is a version of Monster Strike. Here, Bounce Castle. Okay, so now where is the thing where it gives me the basic tutorial? Because I'm kind of missing some last thing there. Is this a quick one? And like, kind of pause this just for now.
Today I'll be giving you an introduction into Unity's input system.
24 minutes.
Touch. And this works exactly as you see here on mobile as well. And so what you see here is that we are simulating touch in the Unity editor, and then once we're ready to build, we can directly build to our phone and we'll now work with our finger instead of a mouse. And thank you to Unity for sponsoring this video. And so for this we'll be using the new but not so new input system, and to do so we can go into the window, package manager, then we can go to Unity registry at the top, and we have to download the input system package, which you can scroll down until you this video, and there's platform compatibility of 2 different devices, so you don't have to write. And the second one is because it is event driven. One of them is because it encourages cross-platform compatibility of event performs. And so now you don't need to do everything in the update method anymore, which is really neat because I hate it. So I'll show you how to do that now. To start, let's make a scripts folder. So right click and create a folder. And I'm just going to name it underscore scripts, so it can be the first folder. And you'll want to right click and create an input action, which is the last option, input actions. And so this is going to be basically your directory of actions. And so I'm going to call this touch action. And a action is just a certain control.
Okay, this gave me a default version of that, right? Let's get rid of you, because that's scary. Yeah, okay. Give me a default input system
Let's say
thing.
we want the player to jump. That will be one action. Running will be another action. And within the action, you'll have controls that trigger that action. So the first thing we need is an action map. So let's create an action map. And this is just a set of actions. So let's just call this touch. And it's neat because you can actually disable and of that. Now to actually use this in our script, we're going to want to right click on the hierarchy and create an empty game object. And let's call this the touch manager. And now in the inspector, we can add a player input component, which is included in the input system package. And now we can just drag and drop our input action asset into the actions parameter here, where you can select this little circle and search for it. The player input component is basically a wrapper around the input system that gives you a set of helper functions and just makes it easier to use the input system without having to write so much code up front. And you'll see here we have a default map, so the map that's default, and we only have one, so it's touch. There's different ways how to use the player input component. I do have another whole video on this. I know I am repeating that quite a bit, but if you do want to learn more in depth, I do recommend looking at that specific video, which is how to use Unity's input system. And these are different ways on how to read the events being triggered from the input action asset. In this case, I recommend creating a script and doing it yourself just because it gives you more control. So let's call this the touch manager script. And so the first thing we want to do is erase all the nonsense that we don't need, and then we want to import the using Unity engine.input system. And now we want a reference to our player input component. So we want a private player input. Let's call it player input. Then in an await function, we can get a reference to that. So player input equals get component player input. Great. And now basically we want to get a reference to our actions in the player input. Now you can do that each time. However, I like to make variables for them. So private input action, and we can call this the touch position action. And we also have a private input action, and we can call this the touch press action. And so then in the await function, we can do touch.
Well, dang it. That is a different version of what I'm doing. Probably a better thing to break it out like that, but... Headgummit. Mother flippin' why is there so much nonsense? It's so many different versions to do the same thing, and then none of them are actually the correct. Okay, well, I can't build this, though, because it'll explode, right? Or is that just in the build? So, let's just see if this explodes if I try to build it. So, a different day, a different month, a different person entirely. Okay, I guess I could put the musica back on. Let's turn it down first. Oh, I can't mess with Unity either, because I was like, oh, maybe I mess with the... Because I did start a little bit on making, like, the pool ball texture. And I'm realizing that might be easier to do if I just take a... Not easier, but... Because I think I did a certain color and a... Well, it was just kind of a test. Where did I have that? I don't know. I keep losing track of stuff, bro. Hey, there it is. Yeah, that was my test there, was to try to do that right. Oops. Yeah, so I put a letter on the end there, and I put the negative on there. I think this would essentially be the one of the large, like, well, I guess if you had as many numbers as possible, it would be the 9.9 with some kind of letter on the end, but I guess that would get up into like the E, whatever kind of thing too. Even though I think a lot more numbers would be just kind of the number in the middle. Yeah, okay, that is an Android build, so it's gonna take 6 years to do that. Okay, I don't think I need you anymore. It's not going balls. Do they call it going balls? Because it's not the going balls hyper casual thing. Oh, that was the older Smash one. What are all these like videos? I don't really want a video. I just want the, at least right now, I just want the thing where I look at that, and that's Bounce Castle. I don't really need that either right now. She said control yourself, and I've been fighting, I've been trying to get to know myself, but everything that I see I don't like. I've been sick in my head. Oh, wait a second, is this a neon version of the jam game that I did? Yep, hey look. I was onto something. Yeah, okay, no, I made this as a jam game, and now here somebody is making the full Steam version. With a lot of neon. And they don't have any social links. Nope, it's just this too. Boo, hiss, boo. I wanna do more than just follow it. Because again, this is the second game that I have made that I found somebody else went and made. Yeah, does this make me a little less excited about making that idea? Yeah, kinda. At least Blanc doesn't look exactly... And it was just funny that I was just talking to my coworker about the... Regally Rotund. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Same idea. Same idea, different person. There we go. I'm too slow, man. Then again, this is not actually out. It is just coming soon. This actually has controls and stuff, too. Well, well, well. Hello, hello. I'm finding that my ideas are not all that unique. Because here I am making a game called Plunk, and then here is a Steam capsule for a game called Plonk, which, much to my annoyance, literally every single one of these other games I can find on Steam, but I can't find the one game that looks suspiciously like the thing I'm trying to make. Dadgummit. There we go. Yeah, and I am pretty proud of this little, like, mock-up Steam capsule kind of thing, despite the fact that it's just kind of doodles and stuff, but at least this I feel like I could pass off to somebody and say, make it look good. But this is also something that I think I can also mock up in a screenshot, too. It's also why I wanted to do the, camera. Mess with the wide-angle camera lens. Yeah, no, Phil was saying that it's a little busy, which that's it was kind of the intent, but I don't know if it's, like, too busy. Because you're like, why is there a bowling pin here, and a golf hole, and a pool ball, and a pinball bumper, and that was kind of the point, though. Am I going with billiard balls? Yeah. I think that was the, that's the direction I want to head, is to do a roguelike. Yeah, okay, because this is a bumper balls roguelike, and then this is more of a, yeah, and I can't just say Rube, because it's a Rube Goldberg machine roguelike, because Rube Goldberg is actually, like, a person who did things. Gee, thanks, ad, you gotta pop up after. Yeah, conglomeration of real game elements. Yeah, naturally, it's like, it's popping up with ads, but I'm not doing anything interesting right now anyway. I'm just waiting for Unity to... Man, it just really does not... It's really got to think hard about an Android build. I was hoping that it was just gonna do that the once, and then every other Android build after that wouldn't be nearly as bad, but apparently not. It's just gonna take 10 minutes for every time I try to do an Android build. Okay, wait, I had... Let's just go look at my competition list here. Let's see how many of these have actually played and how much I feel like I should play. Okay, Plungeroo I played and I love. Go Mecha Ball. I haven't played, and I definitely should try. Rack and Slay, I have not played, and I definitely should try. Round Guard. That feels like I should just play Penguin. I don't know. I know they are different versions of the same sort of thing, but I think I like the simplicity and the goblin of Penguin better. I have played some Incremental. I wasn't as enthralled with that. This was more medieval pinball or something, right? Yeah, okay, this is more like a medieval pinball, which isn't as related, since I'm doing less with the, like 2014, yeah, okay. Old as heck. And I have played some Super Monkey Ball, but it's been a while. I have played some Ultimate Chicken Horse, and I love that. Yeah, CD Trap Master, I should try. Yeah, so, well, out of this list of the stuff that I haven't played and the stuff that I want to try, there's really not a ton so far. Go Mecha Ball, Rack and Slay, Peglin, CD Trap Master. Yeah, something like Ringer I think would be pretty quick to play through. Yeah, okay, so this was not huge. I like the simple visuals, but played a ton of Super Monkey Ball. Well, and I feel bad because I know they've had more. I guess I don't think I'm gonna pick up the Switch 2 like immediately because I think that's not gonna be the easiest thing to do. And well, I guess I am interested in Mario Kart World, but I think the Donkey Kong game looks more interesting to me. But yeah, I remember the Monkey Ball thing that I played that I remember I really enjoyed was in Banana Blitz. There was a mini game that was rather than like tilting. Is there a new one coming out? There was a new one that came out, I want to say like 6 months ago or something. So, like not too long ago. But yeah, it came and went kind of thing. I don't remember what it was called, but I was gonna just show me Banana Blitz. Banana Rumble for the Switch a year ago. Oh, I was thinking it was months ago. It's a year ago. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble a year ago on the Switch. Oh, and I guess they had Banana Mania before that. 2020. I guess they have been. Yeah, okay. I remember Banana Blitz in. No, I was gonna say, wait a second. That's. Yeah, Banana Blitz on the Wii in 2006. Okay, they did a re-release here. Oops, they did a re-release here. Yeah, okay, so they've been doing a somewhat regular cadence of Super Monkey Ball. Yeah, I remember I had a lot of fun with Banana Blitz. And then I have not picked up any other ones. But I mean, there's stuff like Pokemon Snap that I played a ton as a kid, and then I haven't picked up new Pokemon Snap. And I really love the hell out of The World Ends With You, and then I didn't pick up the new one. Yeah, okay, so that was a year ago. Oh, this was a Unity game. Oh, neat. Okay, but I was trying to think of the mini game. Holy heck, Unity! You're really gonna take just 6 years. And I think it's probably still borked. I don't think it's even gonna run. I think it's gonna say, oh no, there was errors. I just wanted to do a real quick phone test, but that does not happen with this. Yeah, incredible memories of Pokemon Snap. Yeah, and it's like I feel bad because it's like, you know, you want some sequels for the things that you like, and then when they come out, it's like, no, I don't have time. I got other stuff. I'm like, Pokemon Snap takes like an hour or two to play through. Like new Pokemon Snap, I would assume probably doesn't take like a ton of time. Okay, these can go away. And I was still figuring out the touch controls there. Oh, so now you're gonna lag out my whole computer while also not actually doing a build? 15 flipping minutes? Are you flipping serious? Gosh, golly, gee willikers. Okay, but I was kind of curious if... Is it Steam downloading something? No. Yeah, it's like, why'd you lag out? I wanted to see if I could... Yeah, it does seem like it's exploding. I don't know what I did. I mean, I do have a lot of things going at once. Chrome and... JetBrains? Why are you doing something? You should just be sitting here. You should not be thinking all that hard. Yeah, the Unity editor, I can understand why that's exploding. VTube Studio? Why are you thinking so hard? Yeah, okay, Unity taking up a bunch of effort. And yes, having way too many Chrome tabs I open, I understand, but why are you also taking up a bunch of space in memory? Odd. It is loading things, but boy, is it having to think hard. I do wonder if the stream's lagged out or if it's just wow, an animated trailer is man, it'd be fun to do another Monkey Ball game. They've been doing more Monkey Ball games. Yeah, I remember doing the whatchamacallit? The flying minigame. I remember doing the flying minigame a lot. Was like there was a Jet Set Radio in there too? Crazy. Desktop was on 8 gigs of RAM until 2022. Had to monitor it constantly. I think I'm only at 16 gigs. Yeah, that's sometime soon. Next month or two. I think I am just gonna bite the bullet and get a new computer. This one's running okay, but it is old. Okay, so it wasn't a full year ago. Very close to. But okay, I already had that up. Why did it pop up twice? There, this is the thing I wanted to look at. Was just what were the mini games? Because there was, holy heck, that's a lot of mini games. I did not. I thought there was. Yeah. I don't go on this site all that much. Seesaw ball, banana cat, jigsaw. Jeez, I didn't realize there's a whole flippy 50 mini games inside of Banana Blitz. What was the one that I liked though? Yeah, see, but when it's like rock, paper, scissors attack. Now, there was one that had a different kind of movement system where it was like the distance the pointer was from the ball was how fast the ball moved towards the pointer. And that system I had a lot of fun with. Because you had to be like really... Maybe seesaw ball? Like, maybe the slingshot one? So, maybe give me seesaw ball? Because it was like a full featured, like... Yeah, the target one was the one that I played a lot with my friend on the GameCube. Yeah, this one. So apparently that's seesaw ball. I keep getting into these just random memories where I can't remember the exact thing. And then I have to cobble together what words I can think of. It's not bowling. Yeah, the Wii games did go hard on mini games. But that's the thing, is like that feels like there's such a like a gold mine to depending on the game. Like I think there are some mobile games that get close to this kind of thing, but I don't know if there's any that are exactly like this kind of high wire act, maybe? It's not like on a wire, but yeah, it's just gonna give me... Yeah, because this doesn't look like it's giving me the actual, like, can I click on this? Oh, then that was number of players you could have. Yeah, man. The fact that I can look up the words that I think would get me there and then not actually have it get me there. No, that literally is just a slingshot. Well, I think Nintendo for a while did a lot of just like mini game stuff, because I even remade some stuff, or that was one of those like game jam projects I did like just made some of the number ball. But the Mario 64 on the DS is Mario 64 on the DS definitely had a few different mini games that I feel like could be made into mobile games, or like quick oh man, it's not frog ball. It just had a cool mechanic that I don't know that I've... That's not frog ball, is it? Yeah, a lot of these don't sound like... It's not monkey bowling. Because that's not going to be actual bowling. Number ball. I doubt that it's... I'm just kind of curious what number ball is, because I don't remember. I don't think I can even boot up my Wii at this point. Hey, look, there's... Yeah, okay, very vague memory here of... I don't remember what the goal of that game was. Yeah, a lot of these are just very vague memories, because there was... Yeah, I didn't remember just so many mini games. Well, and I think a lot of them were pretty simple, like the slingshot or the like tic-tac-toe and stuff, where it's like, okay, yeah, that's... No wonder I didn't remember that. Yeah, this like a monkey boxing and stuff. That's the crazy thing too, is these are mini games attached to a main game, and not like a mini game collection. It can't be monkey race. UFO capture. It's not disc golf. What? He's still going? Paper sumo fighter. It's like that wasn't it either. High Wire acts like... No, that looked like it was a High Wire game. Which would make sense, but... Keep up. Also, this Banana PD, did you have... I don't think I fully muted that one, but it's okay. Oh, it's to find and click as many number balls as possible, as shown at the top. Does this give to the mini games or no? Is a party mini game in Banana Blitz. So do you link the other mini games? I remember this had great music. This is one of those like soundtracks that I've put on before that I kind of completely forgot about. Here, party games. Aha, okay, this might... Ooh. Dangerous route, okay. Yeah, so they highlighted it as these are the ones that are actually like... Yeah, dangerous route was super cool. Because, yeah, you had to kind of pull your monkey on a tether to get through the... Okay, I just went to the wrong site first and then was confused as to when I couldn't find the thing. Okay, so now can I find some footage of this to show what in the heck I'm talking about? Yeah, and this is one of those things that I think it only kind of works with the Wii pointer because it was, like I said, you're kind of pulling your finger away from a certain point. Or you're pulling the Wiimote away from... Yeah, Unity is still going. Oh, I guess the arrow does kind of say... Yeah, there. Kind of tells you how far you're... Yeah, I remember the course narrows. So it's harder to, you gotta be very careful with it. Yeah, you can see the star there. Yeah. You could probably do this with like a tilt. But I think that'd be a... yeah, side view monkey ball. I guess kinda. I don't know if the, Oh, hey, it did it! Okay, wait, let's see what Unity said. Oh, this is the easy one, yeah, okay. So what did Unity say in terms of actually running it or not? Succeeded! Oh, it did, yeah. Accelerometer, yeah, I think you might be able to do an accelerometer thing. I know me, personally, I wouldn't, I'd be hesitant to doing another balance game style thing. I'm realizing now that that's actually kind of what I did with that Wispy game. Yeah, this is one game that I actually still have fun playing on my tablet, but oh, there we go, hand reveal. Despite the fact that I've done a face reveal and everything. Yeah, I really should have had this video attached to the game when I released it. But I did it after the fact. So I just have 2 reviews that are like, can't play, sucks so bad. Do not touch. Okay, and I guess while I'm letting while I'm letting this play, I could try to plug in my phone and see if the Android version works. Oh, I still gotta get like some kind of icon. Okay, you there, you there. Copy you over there. And then you there. You there. Let's see, what else can I... Oh, I guess I could let that play out. While I see if this updated to actually let me use touch input or no. Kinda doubt it, but... Yeah, I had a blast with this. It doesn't do a 3D track, does it? It just does a 2D one. Okay, update that. Oh yeah, so this has dangerous route. Because I remember it getting pretty narrow. Yeah, okay, this one's looking pretty narrow, just to start with. Install without scanning. I made the app, it's fine. I'm not putting a virus on my phone. Oh yeah, because they have that like super narrow path. I wonder if this person's gonna attempt that. Yes, just bringing back some memories. They are gonna go for the narrow path. Putting all the bananas on the edge is fantastic. Wow, they're doing real good. It's not easy stuff that they're pulling off there. Okay, it clearly updated. Now... Okay, can I tap the pipe? I can. I can't open the pipe, though, in this. Okay, this feels like it's lagging out hard, which would make sense if there's just a bunch of errors. Open the pipes. Oh my goodness! It's running at like 3 FPS. Ow. It is running, though. Okay, but that means the errors, I think, are crashing it hard. Okay, well. Did they do a bunch of monkey ball stuff or something? Hey, but Twitch. Go raid them since it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock? Wait a second. Dadgummit. I was gonna go to bed earlier than 9 o'clock. I was gonna go to bed at 9 o'clock. Yeah, 5 years ago, so they haven't played monkey ball in forever. Download and share clips of your favorite Elden Ring moments. I guess I gotta go find an Elden Ring moment to clip. Okay, but it is 9 o'clock, and I did get a version. It sort of worked. It is running at like so few frames, but that's probably... I'll have to look at the input system again. But, again, if there is anybody here... So we shall see if there is anybody here. Number says 4. Wait, let's let it load. Okay, and let's play it out with the song I've had on repeat for like 3 days, and I'm still nowhere getting sick of it.
Drink a beer.
Hashtag it really suck. Would you please just load up the stream? Maybe it's 'cause everything is exploding. Okay, it does say 4. So let's see if There's somewhere to go dump people on. If you all want to get dumped somewhere. If your house, it gets better, it gets better. Glue Queen doing some Legend of Zelda. Adagon. Captain Crabs. PG Komai. The Bizarre. I feel like I'm kind of raiding into the same people, but that's fine. Adagon is doing Delta Rune tomorrow, setting up an overlay. And what's PG Komai up to? Working on stuff, question mark? Yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I was doing. Looking at docs and being confused. Let's go over here. And I will try to be back tomorrow. I doubt I'll be back on Wednesday, and I know I won't be here Thursday, Friday. Because I should probably do some chores before my family shows up. So, that's probably what Wednesday's going to be. But at least I got the input sort of working, even if it's lagging to all hell. I'll have to... I guess that's what I'll fix tomorrow, is why is it lagging to all hell. But we're going to raid over here. Oh, and yeah, I guess I still have to brush my teeth and stuff, so... But yeah, I'll be... hopefully I'll be back tomorrow, and then probably won't be around for the rest of the week. With some more dev. Just to try to chip away at this project that really shouldn't have taken me this long, but that's okay. But goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. It takes a while. Go hit the raid button, then you can say goodbye. Okay. Goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Yeah, because it's not even like a goodbye. It's only when I hit the actual goodbye button that it's a goodbye. Okay, now end stream. Bye-bye.
Knowable, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Welcome in. I can do the exclamation mark shout out. Knowable. Wait, but if I do exclamation mark shout out, do I have to do at? Yeah, I probably have to do at knowable. Yeah. How was your stream? What were you doing? Howdy indeed. We're troubleshooting Frustrum and